Monday, Sunseekers. Hopefully you made the time change. There's always one clock at work. Oh, I can't remember how to change that clock. Everything's computerized now, but on occasion you get the odd clock. You can't figure out, how am I going to spring this thing forward? I know. Everybody's feeling a little groggy. It's a Monday after the time change. Hopefully you sprang everything forward and you're springing out of bed on a Monday. Thanks for being part of the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Welcome into the Beach House Beach Bunker. Coming up on the show today, BC, that's it. They're done with the time change, but they're divided as a province on whether or not this is actually a good idea. We'll discuss. Manitoba could be next, actually. The PCs have put they've introduced a bill to say that maybe we shouldn't be changing our clocks anymore either. Could this be the last time we change? It's going to be an interesting week watching the price of oil. You're going to hear a lot about that this week. When we last spoke, people were concerned that the price of oil had topped out at $90 a barrel, and we're getting word this morning that overseas markets $120 a barrel. And they're saying we could see $150 a barrel by the end of the week. And we don't want to even look any further than that, quite honestly. We're just going to tell you exactly what this means, how this is going to affect you, what you can do to prepare, how this is not just going to change your drive to work. This is going to basically, well, it's going to change a lot of things, including vacations. And if you have a summer vacation or something planned for fall, where you're planning on jumping on an airplane, you might want to get on that sooner rather than later. Because, the prices of stuff are going to be jumping. There's no question about that. We'll take a look at that this morning. We'll also introduce you to a man who truly loves the beach. He is the original Sunseeker. The poor guy's 90 years old. He's at the beach every day. 10,000 days at the beach for this guy. I think he's going for a Guinness World Record. And we'll introduce you to a Canadian who pulled a real-life hangover. Remember the movie The Hangover? Yeah, apparently a guy in Las Vegas actually, he did that. He had a real-life hangover moment where he stole one of the flamingos and got in some big trouble for that. We will discuss coming up later on in the show. First, let's take a look outside and see how things are shaping up this morning. And good morning to you. Good morning to you. We did get some snow last night. Yes, some snow across the area. And it's lying around there, blowing around on the old ground there. We've got snow-covered, reduced visibility on highways basically from Brandon to Headingley. We have some issues to Alexander. I'm going to pull up the Manitoba 511 map here. Hang on a second. Not a lot of snow, but just enough, especially after the melting we had yesterday. It was beautiful. Some Sunseekers reporting plus 8 degrees yesterday. You may have seen on my Facebook page, Bismarck, what was it, 21 degrees they hit yesterday? It was a new record. It's a Celsius. People are like, Fahrenheit, that's below freezing. That's warm. In the 20s. In North Dakota, they were putting their air conditioners on yesterday. That's insane. As for us, it was nice, but not double digits yet. And then we got some snow overnight. So if you are hitting a highway today, please pay special attention to those highways outlined in white. They have snow cover and reduced visibility. For example, here's what Minnedosa is looking like this morning. Ooh, that is going to be slippery, especially after the melting yesterday. So please give yourself extra time to get to where you're going today. You're going to need a few extra minutes. That's okay. This is a part of springtime in Manitoba. We have like 10 days to go. And this is where we the cold stuff is gone. It's the funky snow and melting and stuff. Here's a Trans-Canada towards Winnipeg at Austin. So in the passing lane there, looks a little bit slick. I'll see if I can pull up one more. See how Portage is doing this morning. Portage has got a little bit in the passing lanes as well. So mainly in the southwestern Manitoba region, as far as cameras are concerned, to the west, not so bad. Now, things are good in the west. Let's check Shoal Lake up close. Shoal Lake was a disaster last week. Ooh. Nope, she's not going to work for me on this one here. Might be showing last week's. Oh, no, there we go. Ooh, we can see the glare there. That's Highway 16 just a few minutes ago at Shoal Lake, right? Oh, sorry, 3:09. Oh, no, 4:27 a.m. Oh, have they changed their clocks? I don't know. Anyway, that's the latest on 16. Let's take a look at the forecast. How's the week shaping up? Well, let me tell you, it's going to be below normal temperature-wise, but we'll have sunshine this week, which won't be bad. A high of -8 with some flurries in the forecast, some possibility of some wet flurries again tomorrow. Temperatures just below normal for this time of year. Normally, we should be around -3, but at least we'll have lots of sunshine. This is a nice slow melt for us. A nice slow melt across southwestern Manitoba, so not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. No big storms, nothing to worry, at least right now. But, we do have the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair to come, and you know how that rolls. The Brandon Home and Leisure Show was early this year, month early, and reports are pretty positive. They moved it from after the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair to kind of sneak in front, and apparently crowds were good, vendors happy, lots of people out. Although it was a pretty decent weekend, except for the weather, the wind. Tried to barbecue a little bit on the weekend. It was just like, couldn't keep the flame going. It's like barbecuing in a hurricane. Holy. We're on all platforms to start the show, including TikTok, YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch. And we move over to Twitch for Hour 2 exclusively. You're more than welcome to come and join us for that. We would love to have you. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. You can also lurk in through the website at tylerglenshow.com. And lots of people do that. And I want to start with a big thank you. Because on Friday, I didn't want to make a big deal of this on social media. But the people who watch the show, listen to the show, I want to really thank you for an amazing February. Last week of February, 2026 was the highest rated show in our 3 years and 7 seasons of doing this live stream. Record numbers. Now, it's not me. It's a combination of crashing oil and war and groceries and everything. And we're trying to inform you and make some fun of it at the same time, if we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Try to make light of a bad situation. So there's a lot going on, and I think that's part of why the numbers were so huge. But I do want to say a big thank you to you and to the lurkers and to everybody for making the show what it is. And I didn't want to put a big bragging post at the same time as the anniversary post. But last week of February 2026, I will treasure it. Hopefully we go up from here, but even if we don't, that was phenomenal. And we're talking like my old radio numbers. Like, it's incredible. It's more than I could have ever imagined, and I can't do it without you, Sunseekers. I really can't. So thank you so much for your continued support, and it really is appreciated. And, of course, thank you to our sponsors, which you see right there. Right there. Can't do it without them either. So thank you so much for being part of it. Okay, let's get to our good mornings. Let's do a quick wave, quick shout-out, quick digital wave, quick hello. Thank you for stopping by. Like, we've got Pebbles and Jerry in this morning. Jerry's over on TikTok. Pebbles is here on Twitch. Good morning. Tristan is over on TikTok. Road Reverend's here on Twitch. Lindy's getting ready for an appointment today. She's off for a hospital appointment, so she wants to say good morning. And out she goes. Hey, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, or 2 hours. That's what we say on the show. All of it is appreciated. Ray is here on TikTok. Ray Miller. Good morning, Ray. Hope you had a nice weekend. Nick Carlsels is over on TikTok as well. Good morning, Nick. Tracy Rogers on Twitch, and Richard Danielle Piro is on Facebook. Janine's over on Facebook, too. Have a great week, everybody. You too, Janine. Patricia Ann is here on Twitch, and Lori A. Mouth. Mouth. Nice to see you, Lori. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you have a great week and had an awesome weekend. I can't wait to hear about it. We do a little thing called Yesterday's Good Thing, where we talk about the positive thing that happened to you over the weekend, usually the day before. And we had lots of fun stuff going on the weekend. Maybe you bought yourself a hot tub or a snow machine or a new patio set, or maybe you just enjoyed the nice temperatures. Maybe you're outside doing some walking. Cindy's here this morning along with Nick on Twitch. Good morning, you guys. Cindy is on her way to Winnipeg. Easy does it there, Cindy. Easy does it. She's a little bit slippery, especially in the passing lanes. Good morning, Jacob on TikTok, along with Neil and Alicia. Alicia's over on TikTok this morning. Hi, Alicia. Tracy says, good morning. Trev Webb is back. Are you back already? 2 weeks goes by so fast. Good morning. Happy to be back. Not really. It's too cold. Oh, poor baby. I wish it was colder for you. We did our best to heat things up for you. Wow. I can't get a hold on time. There's too much going on in the world. Time just like every day is gone. And it rolls into the next. It's crazy. Quentin is here this morning on Twitch. Good morning, Quentin. Nice to see you. Tracy says, ugh, when gas gets too high, then that hits everywhere. Oh, it's going to be one of those weeks. Here's another little tip for you. Do not look at your investments this week. Please, please. You will thank me. I am not looking at anything, nothing banking related. Don't look at the dollar. Don't look at your investments, your RSP. It's going to be a bad week. Okay, that said, we can get it out of the way. Put it on the shelf. Forget about it. Forget about it. It will come back eventually. Just leave it. Oh, good morning, Harley. Isa, good morning on TikTok. Good morning. Boo snow. KDD 4380's here on Twitch this morning. Nice to see you too. Veterans Way, says Trev, very slippery and sheer ice. So there you have it. Those white lines pay special attention. Let's pull that up again here. So that goes for you, Cindy. You're on your way to Winnipeg. You know, those passing lanes, careful. She was melting good yesterday, frozen over again. Please be careful on the Trans-Canada between Oak Lake and Winnipeg. And especially on 10 to the north, Highway 5 to the north, sections of 16 between Neepo and Newdale. Take her cool, gang. Take her cool. Your clock hasn't sprung forward. Oh, my God. Look at that. You get the prize. I was testing you. Yes, that's what I was doing. That is hilarious. It didn't. And it's digital. The hell? Let me just see if I can change it while we're... Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm getting good at this technology thing. Look, boom. It's magic. So, Patricia wins the special fictitious prize. Angela Demaris is here on Facebook. Good morning, Ange. Tim is over on TikTok. Tim, I see you. Tim, you lurking sneaky sneak. I see you too, Ryder and Cass. Thank you, Nick. Oh, Nick, you are amazing. Nick says there's also an audio version that comes in at 1 Central Time, 30 minutes or less, available at TylerGlenShow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Nick has always got my back. He's always got my back. Thank you, Nick. You're pretty amazing. You guys are all pretty amazing. Yesterday's good thing. Let's do that. Yesterday's good thing. We do some positivity to start the show. Could be big, could be small. We would love to hear what you had going on over the weekend. And we'll get to that after a sponsor mention. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. They've got a 100th anniversary special oil change package. $100. You get a wiper fluid top-up, battery test, multi-point inspection, and more. Oh, yes, it is fantastic. Make sure that you see Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Also, our friends at the Elkhorn Resort Clarso Nordic Spa, what do they got going on this week for events? Well, the countdown is on to the Hypnotist. That's one thing. Don't forget. Saturday, March 21st at the Elkhorn Resort, Jesse Lewis Hypnosis. Safe, clean, fun. Get hypnotized. The Jesse Lewis Hypnosis Show is on the 21st. Get your tickets for they're only $40. There is a cash bar. Should be a lot of fun. Also, Shane has got yoga going on. One of those nights is tonight, actually, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. Slow down, breathe. Oh, this comes in handy for a stressful week when investments are going kind of crazy. elkhornresort.mb.ca. And go see Andrea and the crew at Epps Law Office if you need some legal assistance with your business. You have some legal questions with your business. Maybe you need to incorporate. Maybe you're trying to transition to adding some partners to a business. So whatever it might be, Andrea and the crew can help you at Epps Law Office. They also do wills and estates and buying or selling real estate, which comes in handy when you're selling your house or you're thinking of buying one. They are fantastic to deal with, and they can translate all the legal mumbo-jumbo into language you can easily understand. 642 18th Street, Uniday, across from the RBC on 18th. All right, yesterday's good thing. There was some swimming for pebbles and some swimming and some walking. Swimming and walking, and we will now spend the next 30 minutes looking at Tasha's weekend pictures. All right, so buckle up. Here we go. No, we'll do it fast. She sends a lot of pictures. She's very photogenic. She likes to take pictures and share them with us. So there she is. She's just had more deers. Okay, so I got questions. So this is the before picture, and there's the after. Look at 3 deers. And she made some cooked deer legs. Look at that. Those are amazing. Wow, with mushrooms. I found the deers in my neighborhood, and because beef is so expensive. That is fantastic. That's what you got to do. This is how we do it. Oh, beautiful sunsets, more deer's legs, and more sunshine. Beautiful, beautiful weekend. Beautiful stuff. Megan is here to say good morning on Facebook. We're doing yesterday's good thing. What'd you have go on the weekend? That was awesome. Yesterday's good thing. John Wick is here. Oh, good morning to you, John Wick. The real John Wick? My gosh. This group of hardworking young women played a great weekend of volleyball. Sharon is always sharing this stuff with us. It's congratulations. Excuse me. They came in with a silver at the Skyline 18 and under tournament. Silver following a very close championship match. Congratulations, ladies. Job well done. Skyline Volleyball Club with the silver. That's the way to go. I would like to invite them for cheeseburgers. If the girls would like to come. Well, to Tyler Glen, Beach Bunker. No, that's terrible. Cindy says, congratulations to Manitoba, Team Dunstone, on winning the Brier. What is that, baseball? Oh, she's got a curling rock there, so it must be curling. Is that a big deal? All right, yeah. Manitoba has won the Brier? What? That's crazy. That's crazy awesome. It's meatball day today. You like it with sketty or you like it on a sandwich? And why is sandwiches better? Come on, fight me. Fight me over the sandwich. Meatballs. Quentin says, I have a feeling e-bike sales are going to explode this spring. Well, thanks. They said this 15-minute city idea was a bunch of crap. I don't think so. If I can walk 15 minutes, all of a sudden it's a great idea, the greatest idea known to man. When gas hits $5 a liter, oh my God, gas in California this morning is $8 a gallon. Holy crap. Can you believe that? Well, that's not a good thing. Well, it's a good thing we don't live in California, which I don't say very often. Let me figure that out. So at $8 a gallon, oh my God, that's $10.40 Canadian per gallon of gas. And you have to drive everywhere, and you have to drive far. I'm going to figure that out in Canadian dollars, price per liter. You don't even want to know. So in California this morning at $8 per gallon, when we do the conversion to Canadian dollars per liter, can you imagine seeing this on the sign? $2.81 a liter. $2.81 a liter. That is insanity. Those poor Californians. Good place to visit, but I don't think I want to live there. That is way too much money. And you can't get anywhere without a car. I'm sorry. So, good thing is, hey, we're in Canada. We got oil under our feet. I think we're going to be okay. I'm just trying to be positive. Ron is over on X this morning. Hello, Ron. Ava is over on TikTok, as well as Sage. Good morning. And Frank is over on TikTok, too. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Cindy says, I had the kids over, watching the kids in curling and babysitting. Oh, man, babysitting, curling, getting those things mixed up, sweeping the floor, using my granddaughter as a little curling rock, sliding her across the floor. Probably loves that. Sweep, Baba, sweep. Nick says his favorite ice cream shop opens next Friday. Tasty's, I guess, opened over the weekend, which is kind of good. Why would I say kind of? It is good. All these summer places are opening for the season. That is good. What am I talking about? Kind of good. It's really good. Not just for the ice cream, but those summer flavors that we love. You know what I'm saying? John Drummond is here. Hi, John, over on TikTok. Good morning. Janine says, we bought a new bed. Good job, Janine. Can't come soon enough. Delivery date is set March the 28th. You're gonna sleep so good. Yeah, nice. Nice stuff. Very good. Uh-oh, Cindy's losing service. No, Cindy, please don't go. Please don't go. No, I know you. That service is sporadic. Wait till we get the satellites going. The satellites, Elon is going to have us all on his internet, and then everything will change. We could live stream from anywhere. You would think we could do it from anywhere now, but no, you have to have a certain level of internet to get the video out. To get the video out to the people. Oh, yes. Jack Thug on TikTok, good morning to you. Carrie Baranyuk is here on Facebook to say good morning with the Z's. Hopefully you changed your clock. There's always a rogue clock somewhere that is always fun to change. So if you want to, you don't need to go to Mexico to have beach weather. How about this? But you do have to go south. Check this out. The record temperature set in North Dakota yesterday, 71 degrees. That is like 20 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees Celsius in Bismarck. Same thing for Dickinson. Williston was in the upper teens. So is Minot. Their snow is gone. Greengrass, totally in Minot if you're going to go down there for anything in March. Jamestown also breaking records. Temperatures in the teens and low 20s in Celsius. That is amazing. Did we actually show the snowpack? I want to see the snowpack here. To see what we have got for some snow here. Oh, look at that. They're almost snow-free. Just a little bit up close to in the Turtle Mountains there and over to the east side of the state, but North Dakota's pretty much done with the snow. And you know what? As soon as that happens, even if we have temperatures below freezing and there's some sunshine, we're going to start losing a lot of snow. 10 days, 19 hours, and 33 minutes to go until springtime. Michelle, I got some crafting done on the weekend. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Michelle. Yesterday's good thing. There we go. Got some crafting done. Couple fails, 2 unfinished projects. Hey, if you're not failing, you're not trying. Of course you got to do it. Sherry says she had this was a big celebratory kind of weekend. They had 3 birthdays and a Christmas party. Three birthdays and Christmas all wrapped into one. I know how that is. Life gets busy. Look at these smiling faces. Hey, everybody. Cheers to you. Cheers, everybody. Birthdays and Christmases, you roll them all together. It's hey, let's just get together party and celebrate all the great things in life, because life gets busy and birthdays fly by and holidays roll into each other. I love seeing those smiling faces. Isn't that a great way to start the day? I think so. And with a little shot of wine. White, red. White, red. Cocktail, white, red. Somebody had steak frite with beans there. Looks good. Good stuff. Happy birthdays and Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year. Okay, good job, guys. Looks like you guys had a fantastic weekend. I do appreciate it. That's the way we start the show, with good stuff. And we'll do it again tomorrow at 7 a.m., well, about 7:15-ish or so. Thank you for sharing your good things. And remember, something good will happen today. This could be a bit of a rough week. I'm not going to lie. Don't watch the news. Turn the news off. You will be fine. As long as you have a healthy friends and family circle, everything will be A-okay. I promise. Okay? Let's check out our beach today and have some beach time. Where are we going to go to have a quick beach break? Get some beach, ocean air. Silver Rock Beach. Oh, Barbados. Who is up for some time in Barbados? I think I could do some Barbados. Why not? All right, it's Monday. Let's get this going. Let's get things hopping. It's a week that's yours. Good morning, Sunseekers. Thanks for being part of the show. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing week this week. Let's make this a great week, okay? Let's fly in the face of the bad news. Say, ha, ha, ha. We laugh at bad news on this show. Ha, ha, ha. So we've got margaritas in hand. We're in Barbados. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Good morning, Sun Seekers. It's Monday. Let's make this week great. 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 Let's go together. Seekers! It's Monday, let's make this week great. 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 Let's go together! Good morning, sun. Good morning, sun. Good morning, sun. It's Monday. It's Monday. Good morning, sun. Good morning, sun. Good morning, sun. It's Monday. It's Monday. Seekers. It's Monday. Let's make this week great. It's Monday. Let's make this week great. It's Monday.
morning, Sunseekers. Good morning, Barbados. A live shot there. Boy, you can see somebody's laundry on the line there. That is somebody's laundry next to the surfboard. And, of course, can you imagine looking out at that first thing in the morning? Oh, my God, that is your house right there. Oh, man, that beautiful ocean air. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Lori. Lori says, great show. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for making it thank you for making us Western Manitoba's most popular morning show. This is unbelievable. I never thought this would happen again. I never ever, and that wasn't really the goal. It was not. It was just to have some fun with you. But like I said, last week of February, the streaming numbers on this show were unprecedented in 7 seasons. Unbelievable. Truly, truly. And it's because of you. Thank you so much for your continued support. I love you. I love you. Thank you. It's been phenomenal. It's crazy how many people in the month of February was our best month. February 2026 will go down in history of this show no matter what happens from this point on. Just tremendous. And thank you, Mother Nature, for throwing us the curveballs. And you know what? It's been a wild and wacky world lately, but, we're getting through it together. And look at this. Here we are together on a Monday. Things are slippery on the roads this morning. As we showed you on Manitoba 511 map earlier, if you're headed east of Brandon, you may want to give yourself a little bit of extra time today because it is slippery really in the passing lanes on the Trans-Canada is where you want to watch. Now, if you head north on the number 10, here is a shot. This is a much better shot now that we've got some sunlight here. As you can see, there is some snow on the roads. That is 16 and 10. And again, with all the melting that happened yesterday, then that froze. Then we got some snow, and that is making for some slippery roads. As Trev said, Veterans Way this morning was very, very slippery. So please slow it down. Give yourself extra time to get to where you're going today. Even though it was warm during the day, these overnight freezes are not fun on the highways, okay? Zumba Bernice says, good morning. Took 3.5 hours to get home from Winnipeg last night. A trip that normally takes 2 hours flat, sometimes a little easier than 2 hours. So almost double time. My arms are sore from gripping that wheel. It was snowing. It was wet, then turned to ice, and that ice is still there. So please be very, very careful on the roads today. This is the Shoal Lake camera here. It was glaring. I want to see it with some sunshine here. Give me just 2 seconds. Come on, load up. Come on. There we go. Oh no, that hasn't updated yet. But from earlier this morning, you can see the glare right there on the highway. It is not nice. Very slippery. So have this picture in your mind as you leave the house this morning, okay? Please be careful. I know you can't spend as much time with us today as you would like because you got to hit the road. That's okay. Hey, I'll be here tomorrow. We're here every day. Do what you can. Be with us when you can. It's all good, but please be safe. That is the most important thing. And not only is it slippery, but how much you're tired. Because we had the time change on the weekend. There's clocks. I forgot one of my beach bunker clocks had to be changed. Thank you. Excuse me. Two Sunseekers helped me out with that. To get that changed this morning. The time change happened Saturday, where you sprung forward. How you doing this morning? Are you feeling okay with the time change? You know what? I like it. It does mess up my internal clock for a few days. I don't know if it's that or I just blame it on the time change. But I can tell you, though, I am in a much better mood when the sun sets at 7:30 at night. That is the one drawback of living in a place like Florida. You know, you get the nice weather all year round, but I'm sorry, you're stuck with those 6:30 sunsets basically 12 months of the year because, you know, it's warm all the time. They don't get those sun fluctuations. And the time that we took the kids to Disney World, I remember this. I Skyped my folks back here in Manitoba, and it was June or July, and we were outside at the pool in Orlando, and it was dark outside. We were having some pizza, and we're just having a nice night swim. And it was warm out, but it was pitch black dark. It was about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, pitch black dark. And we're having this night swim, and I'm Skyping my folks going, yeah, we're having... I'm looking at them going, where are you right now? Oh, we're just in the living room. And I'm like, why is it so bright? And they're like, well, we got the windows open. And it was at that moment, I'll never forget it, because I'm in Florida thinking, I am missing Manitoba right now. This is crazy. So I always think now as our winter as like banking sun time. We're banking the crappy weather of winter, and in return, we get 6 months, if we're lucky, of idyllic conditions. Because I'm telling you, in June, when the weather is nice and those nights are long, there really is nothing like it. You know, when you're outside, guys are golfing at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Pebble said, I went to bed at 9 p.m. when it's really 8 p.m. and I was up by 3:30 a.m. and that's like 2:30 a.m. Restlessness for the rest of my sleep. I was a little bit restless too. I think it's that nervousness, your system going, oh, am I going to sleep in? What's going to happen? What should I do? So what time are we supposed to be? What did my clock say? So we've pushed forward. So this really, our bodies are saying, hey, wait a second. It is 6:30 in the morning and the clocks say 7:30. But we'll get used to it pretty quick. BC is never going back. British Columbia has said that's the last time change they're going to have. And this is how they're going to roll from here on in. And Manitoba, the PC government has introduced a bill asking for the same. Wab Canoe has said, no, we're not interested in doing that right now because we have other fish to fry. I was rather surprised by that, actually. But the PCs have put forward a bill to say, hey, well, let's knock it off. Let's quit these time changes. Would you like to quit them? I'm agnostic. I could go either way. If we get rid of them, we do it now, though, like BC is doing. Don't do it on the other time. However, then the sun comes up in the wintertime at like 9 a.m. And you know what? Even though it seems like it's popular to get rid of the time change, people are more divided than you might think.
I do like the idea that we keep a common time across the year.
Yeah, more time in the evening is always better.
The change means more afternoon light in the winter, but on the shortest day of the year, the sun won't rise until 9:08 a.m. in Vancouver.
See, this is the effects of the time change now for BC. Again, there are citizens saying this is a good idea. Some are saying we shouldn't have done this. And that will be the biggest adjustment, I think, is just before Christmas, you're not going to see any sun on the way to work. That's it. It's going to be total darkness now for winter for those people.
In the morning, it'll be dark. By the time you come home, it'll be dark. Mm-hmm. Your whole day will just be gone.
I don't know. With studying, I definitely do it with the light.
Health experts say morning light is crucial for our sleep cycle, and that standard time, which splits daylight more evenly between the morning and afternoon, would have been the better choice.
Being in permanent standard time, from a circadian perspective, is going to be healthier, especially when it comes to strokes and obesity.
The Stanford University professor was surprised to see his work cited by the BC government when it announced the change to permanent daylight time.
It's, I think, scientifically not a good idea. And in terms of health, I don't think it's a good idea to do that kind of switch.
The time difference between BC and most of the rest of the country will vary by season. For example, Vancouver will be 2 hours behind Toronto in the winter, but 3 hours behind in the summer.
Tricky keeping up with, keeping track of time with family in Calgary.
BC says local governments can still set their own time zones if they want, and several in the eastern part of the province say they will. But the premier wants West Coast states, California, Washington, and Oregon, to switch to permanent daylight time too, so that travel and trade don't take a hit.
And they're actually considering it. They were talking about it on the weekend. So this is getting attention south of the border. And maybe if more provinces do it, the Americans will do it too. And then we'll never have to change our clocks again. But it is rather popular to just leave the clocks alone. Tracy Rogers said, wish we wouldn't go back. It's so hard. It's so hard. We'll get used to it. this time is the best time because once I settled to it, I'm up every morning, 4:30 a.m., and have a great morning. An early riser. Blessed Mama's here. Good morning, Blessed Mama. We are talking daylight savings. You've got a few more clocks to change. Hopefully you did that. 4:30. Oh, my Lanta. Well, and my clock said 6:42 just minutes ago. The Sunseekers called me out on my clock. You did not change your clock, so we got it changed. Okay, so what is everybody talking about this week? The time change is one of the things people be talking about and how groggy they are. They're going to be talking a bit about the Briar, of course, but the biggest story of the day, the biggest story is oil prices. Quentin says, quickly before we move on from the time change, people are outside less than ever. They live indoors with a blue light screen in their faces. I love my blue light screen. I can't live without my blue light screen. I'm pretty sure this isn't a big problem as it's made out to be in modern times. Well, I think it's making sure that we understand what we're in for. I think that once folks in BC, like those kids, understand that they're going to work in the dark. Sun rises at 9:05 before Christmas and sets at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Total darkness. This is why do we live this far north? This is why Canada is like so far north. It's too far north. What happened? Let's take over the Dakotas at least. Minnesota will come. Get a little further south. Anyway, they're in the 20s this weekend for temperatures. And cheaper gas. Not by much, though. World prices are on the rise. And this is going to be one of those weeks where, well, we'll just have to take a deep breath and try to stay calm as oil prices skyrocket. Now, on Friday, last time we spoke, oil was at $90, and analysts were getting growing concerned about how fast oil was moving up. And it didn't slow down, it accelerated. It topped out this morning at $120. That's a huge, huge move. Some are saying if we see $150 oil this week, there's going to be some challenges ahead.
Stressful. It's pretty high and it's very unfortunate.
Analysts say the tensions in the Middle East are fueling the jump at the pump. Earlier this week, Iran announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a vital passageway for 20% of the world's oil supply.
There's a direct connection between what is happening there, the disruption of supply, and the price we're paying at the pumps.
And that's spilling into the global economy.
Pain at the pumps, pain for truckers, pain for transport, but also ultimately pain for even those of us who say we don't drive or have other means of getting around. Everyone is going to have to pay a significant premium.
Experts predict it's only going to get worse, especially with the switch to summer gas next month.
And that usually brings with it an 8 to 10 cent net increase.
As the war rages on, any possible reprieve remains to be seen.
I don't see any end in sight unless calmer heads prevail, and I can't see calmer heads prevailing on either side of this war.
In the meantime, some drivers say they're changing their habits and even trading in their vehicles to squeeze by.
I usually just put whatever $30 will get me that day. And typically, I always try to go on a cheaper day if I can. So going at like 9 to 10 o'clock at night always helps.
I had a BMW. I changed because you have to pay more for premium oil. So yeah.
He changed his BMW for a Honda. Attaboy. That'll save you some bucks. I had poor guy BMW for a Honda. Jeez. Marva Mummery on Facebook, good morning. She didn't even know there was a time change until we told her on this show. See, not everybody's on the loop. Thank you. Now you can change your clocks. A lot of the digital stuff changes automatically. Good morning, Linda Art. Good morning, Tyler and friends. So be ready for higher gas prices, not only at the pumps. Did you see the higher gas prices this weekend? Did it affect you? Did you take my advice and top up last week? And here's the only thing you can do to control it. Keep your gas tank as full as you can, okay? Because trust me, there will be some posts coming on social media in the coming days that are going to freak people out. They're going to say the price of gas is what? And it's just going to, I mean, if we're seeing California pay $2.81 Canadian a liter, could that be coming here? What would that feel like if Manitobans were paying $2.81 a liter for gas? It doesn't just affect you at the pumps, that's for sure. It affects you at the grocery store too, because especially for us, we have to truck in a lot of stuff from other parts of the world. Not to mention our farming friends who want to get seeding going in a couple of weeks.
With another growing season just weeks away, southern Alberta farmers are anxious to get seeds in the ground.
We usually start the first or second week of April. So we like to be go time by April 10th to the 15th for wheat and peas and lentils.
Grain farmer Philip Romley is thankful the fertilizer he'll need for the spring is already in storage, with prices of key fertilizer components jumping as much as 30%.
If you haven't bought your fertilizer by now, because we're within a month of go time, you're going to be in trouble.
That's because the Strait of Hormuz, surrounded by Iran, Oman, and the United Arab Emirates, is a critical choke point for not only the transportation of oil and gas, but more than a third of the world's chemical fertilizer components as well.
Typically pre-buy in July or August, as we've done in the past for quite a while now. So as far as fertilizer needs, we're full.
While many Canadian farmers may be shielded from the fertilizer price shock for now, soaring energy prices could soon have an impact on grocery store shelves.
For every 25% increase in crude, it equates to about $150 to $200 for a family of four in Canada that they have to pay more for the entire year.
The good news is food price hikes will only happen if the price of oil remains high for at least 5 or 6 weeks.
Now, keep in mind that on April 1st, the carbon tax, the industrial carbon tax goes up.
Okay, so we have got a switch to summer blend. That's going to add 8 cents. And then the Canadian government is going to add another carbon tax on April 1st. April 1st could be a tsunami of gas price pain. Just giving you the heads up. If you've got containers to fill, if you've got tanks somewhere you can fill, oh my God. Oh my God. April 1st could be a disaster. And we're doing this to ourselves. Thank God we don't have lots of gas in the ground. Oh, my God. But no, we're importing it from Australia, apparently.
From $95 to $110 a metric ton. So we're likely to see a bit of a double whammy across the supply chain.
Setting the stage for a potential jump in already inflated food prices by summertime. Heather Urek.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Could be a fun summer. Thank God there's some insulation for our ag producers. We're a big ag community. We're the food growers. So I'm glad that a lot of those guys have their fertilizer right now. But if you think gas prices are bad for your car, wait till you hear how it's going to affect travel. If you have a trip planned for summer or fall, you're going to want to stick around for this. Experts are saying book that flight now. If you see a cheap flight for summer and fall, you're best to jump on that as soon as you can. Details coming up in just a second. Hey, there is a new red hot deal with our friends at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba. It is the $8.99 meal deal at Tim Hortons. The $8.99 meal deal? What is that, Ty? Well, I'll tell you, it is the incredible wraps. God, I love their wraps. Especially the spicy habanero, whatever sauce that is. It's my favorite. The $8.99 meal deal gets you a loaded wrap, crispy wedges, and a Coke, all for just $8.99 for a limited time at Tim Hortons, where Roll Up the Rim to Win continues. So get in there, get your cup of joe, roll up that rim for literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in prizes as they celebrate their 40th anniversary. New vehicles, vacations, electronics, and of course, lots of free donuts and free coffee. With Roll Up the Rim to Win happening at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba with 10 area locations to serve you. In Brandon, Verdun, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. Our friends at Skydancer Casino, we have less than 2 weeks to go until the Frontmen take to the stage. We'll be live streaming from the Frontmen show Friday afternoon on March the 20th. It's also the first day of spring, And what a party that's going to be to welcome in the first day of spring. 3 lead singers of 2 of the biggest country bands of the 90s will be performing. They are Larry Stewart of Restless Heart, Tim Rushlow of Little Texas, and Richie McDonald of Lone Star. Tickets are just $35. And that is probably the best value of any concert I have seen in the last decade, because they have 30 top 10 singles between the 3 of them, these guys. So that is going to be a great show. SkydancerCasino.com for hotel information, restaurant information, and more. SkydancerCasino.com. And coming up on Wednesday, it's Win Back Wednesday. So when you go to make a purchase with our friends at Headley's Health Hut, you could win back your purchase for free. Yes, Win Back Wednesday happens the second Wednesday of each month, and it's $500 in purchases to be refunded to customers as they enjoy 15% off select Harmonic Arts products in the month of March, along with 15% off New Roots products. If you are looking for gluten-free goods from Wheat City Wheatless Goods, if you're looking for vitamins, supplements, protein powder, any kind of nutritional food-related products or supplements, please see our friends at Headley's Health Hut, 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. How gas prices are going to be affecting travel. Experts say if you can get a cheap flight for for summer and fall now, you're best to book now. We could see vacations, because of the gas prices, oil prices, we could see vacations jump as much as 30% over the coming weeks.
Yeah, good morning to you, Gio. Airlines are navigating a record surge in spring break travel over the next 2 months. And in the middle of this high travel demand, a stark warning from the United Airlines CEO, Scott Kirby, telling CNBC that the war in Iran is sparking an oil crisis that could actually push airlines to raise their ticket prices, and the impact to passengers will, quote, probably start quick. Now, jet fuel prices are already surging. In just 1 week of this war, the average price jumped from $2.50 to $3.95 a gallon. The industry hasn't seen a price hike this dramatic in years. Airlines could start building these additional costs into your ticket prices, the fuel surcharge on those tickets, or even raise fees on things like your checked luggage, for example. And so that could really start adding up and affecting your summer travel, which is why experts say book your summer plane tickets right now before those prices start rising. But if you have some flexibility, you can wait. The expectation here is that once the oil tankers start moving through the Strait of Hormuz, that prices will start going back in the right direction, or at least they'll start stabilizing.
Jeez, I hope so. That is crazy sauce. 30%? Now that we've heard the Strait of Hormuz like 3 times mentioned in the last half hour. So that's what's causing this, apparently. Now, people have a lot of questions about, hey, we have so much oil in Canada. How is this even a thing? How can this even be happening? Quinton says the streets will be filled with e-bikes acting like cars and taking up the lanes, the vehicle lanes. Well, you might be right. And lots of walking going on. These are interesting times that we live in, and not only because of how high gas prices and high oil prices and changes happening at Canadian Airlines. There is growing frustration over the customer service that we're getting from those Canadian Airlines, as eloquently described and acted out by This Hour as 22 Minutes in a bit they call the battle over the worst airline intercom announcement between WestJet and Air Canada. Have a look at this.
Attention Air Canada passengers going to Victoria. Your flight is delayed 2 hours due to our negligence.
Attention WestJet passengers en route to Calgary. Good luck with that. Attention WestJet.
Canada. Excuse me?
Stop hogging the comm.
I need it. I have like a million disappointing things to say to them.
Trust me, I have.
Attention Victoria passengers will be delayed so we can re-ice the plane.
Jumping in to speak with WestJet passengers, your checked bags are goners.
Reclaiming the horn to remind Air Canada passengers that our beverage carts are dry.
WestJet passengers, if your flight does take off, it will be without toilet. I haven't made a dent yet. Sure you want to do this?
You think you really do that?
Fly.
The pilot just got here and he wants me to let you know he's nervous.
Your in-flight entertainment is down, so we hired a juggler, and he's back.
Today's flight is shoes off.
This flight, just babies.
The air nozzles above your seats are blowing hot.
Your incoming plane experience what can only be described as a biohazard.
Here's a list of standby passengers who are going absolutely nowhere.
There's a longer list.
Tina Applebaum.
Jackson Wickelman.
Jane Pooh.
John Pooh.
Your mom. I said give me that.
Hang it up. You two have been hogging the intercom all morning. Some of us also need to make announcements. Attention air transit passengers, you are all ants. If I had a magnifying glass, I would burn you. We lost all your bags.
And that's it. Over and out. We lost all your bags. Oh, man. What? Flying is it's pure luxury. It is pure luxury. Quentin says, yes, we need to treat travel like the luxury it is. Yes, we are pampered and well taken care of. Incredible customer service. They should have a ranking. They should have a ranking tally of all the complaints that are made to the Canadian Airlines Council. I think they're up to 120,000 complaints now. They're saying it would take like 6 years to totally clear that backlog. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Hey, listen, we can stay close to home, barbecue some pork chops, and life is good. Life is good. As long as you got a pork chop on your barbecue, then you know what? You can dream about taking that vacation. We got lots of beach time ahead for you. We can see a lot of beach on this show. And it's only going to get you in trouble anyway. Like the Canadian who was in Vegas and was, I think, imitating the movie The Hangover. Did they steal a flamingo in The Hangover? I think they stole a lion, didn't they? There's animals that ended up in the hotel room in the movie The Hangover. And I guess this happened in real life. And a Canadian has been charged. Leave it to the Canadians to get out there, getting in a drinking contest with the Americans. Oh, we got stronger beer than you. Next thing you know, you're in the flamingo enclosure, stealing the flamingos from the flamingo. What are you thinking? It really happened. Jody Caslick over on Facebook. You got to come and join us over on Twitch because we're going to make the move. We have to say goodbye to our friends in hour one of the show. Come on over to hour two. We're going to talk about the Canadian real-life hangover guy. Also, Earl Paul is a 90-year-old who has never missed a day at the beach. He is batting 10,000 days in a row. He's been to the beach. This guy's adorable. And he's my hero. 10,000 days at the beach. And people are celebrating that online. And the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life combines all three thanks to a special event that took place at a Chili's restaurant at an airport. What was this special event? Well, it'll warm your heart, I promise. It's all part of hour two of the show. And so we have to say goodbye to our friends on TikTok, X, YouTube, Facebook. Bye-bye. Have a great Monday. Don't look at your investments. The market's open in a half an hour. Don't look. Do this. Do this. In the meantime, we're going to go back to the beach right away, but we're moving over to Twitch. You can lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take care. We're moving to Twitch, Kate. Thank you. Thank you, X. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, YouTube. Goodbye. We're moving on over. Thank you so much. Goodbye.